20-year veteran. Sparkling record, has served this country well. Law-abiding, all of his guns are legal, no sketchy business going on. And this still happened to him. So if you think something like this can never happen, if you think that you're flying under the radar, these guys are ruthless. They have one job, and it's to disarm as many people as they can. And if this doesn't prove that, I don't know what does.
And I apologize that happened to you, but you did truly happen to be at the wrong place at the wrong time. And it was just pure circumstance that you encountered ATF at all that day.
I called her the first time she picked up. It was the same day. Mm-hmm. She asked who I was so she could save my number, but after that she never picked up.
This video has been sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. I seriously don't know why everyone in the world isn't playing this game. I love anything competition, so the fact that you can collect and upgrade champions and defeat bosses, what more can you ask for? Now, Raid's got something extra special going on right now. They've released a legendary champion based on MMA and pro wrestling legend Ronda Rousey, taking on dragons and ice goblins with her bare fists. Born to a minor Banner Lord house, Ronda trained hard alongside her 7 brothers to become as formidable a warrior as they were expected to be, kicking ass and taking names until she became queen of the arena. So you can get Ronda for free now, whether you're new or a long-time player. All you've got to do is log into Raid and play Raid between now and February 20th, and then Ronda's all yours. To celebrate Ronda's arrival in Raid, you can also use a special promo code RAIDRONDA to get a bunch of helpful stuff like a 3-day 100 XP boost, 500k silver, and 5 energy refills. Perfect for leveling up Ronda so she's at the top of her game. Also, if you're an Amazon Prime member, you can get your exclusive rewards in Raid right now. And if you haven't started playing Raid yet, click my link in the description or scan my QR code here on the screen and you'll get unique bonuses worth $30. We're talking a free epic champion, Tyrell, 200k silver, 1 energy refill, 1 XP boost, and 1 ancient shard so you can summon awesome champions as soon as you get in game. All this treasure will be waiting for you here. Everyone, welcome back. Hope everyone's doing well. Welcome to everyone new. So the ATF is at it again. So Petty Officer First Class Marcelo was the victim of an ATF raid as well as extreme harassment from them. So here's the story. He went to a gun shop to go buy a buffer tube. So he pulls up in his Tesla, goes into the store, and the owner of the store proceeds to tell him that he is currently being investigated by the ATF, which kind of sounds odd. He's a Navy veteran. He's a legal gun owner, and he's going to buy a buffer tube. It's not like he's going in there to buy a grenade launcher or an RPG. So apparently the store owner is still willing to sell him the buffer tube. So he goes out to his Tesla, opens his trunk, and ATF agents come out of everywhere. They pull up in their cars. Now, Petty Officer First Class Marcelo carries guns in his car. He's not alone on that. Most people who love and cherish their guns keep them on their person. Maybe not all of them, but if you're going to the range, you could have a lot of them with you. So these ATF agents start messing with his guns. They start taking pictures with them, and then they want to be able to search his vehicle. And Mr. Marcelo smartly tells them that he doesn't want to disrupt the audio and video recording that the Tesla is taking. So all of a sudden, the ATF's tune changes. They end up seizing his guns and they start filling out seizure documents. And the worth of all of these guns, they are nice guns with nice gear on them. Nothing is cheap on him. Is about 20 grand. So then he goes to talk to the supervisor of this ATF unit. They don't show up. He just talks to a field agent and he records it. And this is how it goes. We're gonna break this down because this is pretty ridiculous.
I'm sure it was scary to be standing there having a conversation with somebody in the parking lot and a bunch of armed federal agents come running in. I have no doubt that that was traumatic.
First of all, no one is scared of you. We know exactly what you're there to do. You're there to prey on Americans' rights, and you're there to go after law-abiding gun owners, not the actual criminals who are shooting people left and right in the streets nowadays. So no, we're not scared of you. We're not intimidated by you. And this stuff is going to stop. It may not be today, it may not be tomorrow, but eventually all of this crap is gonna catch up with you guys.
And I apologize that happened to you, but you did truly happen to be at the wrong place at the wrong time. And it was just pure circumstance that that you encountered ATF at all that day.
So keep this in mind when we kind of analyze this after, but he's saying that he's at the wrong place at the wrong time. So pretty much anywhere where you guys pull up, if somebody's in the general vicinity, they get all of their shit taken. They get seizure docs handed to them. Like if you pull up to a restaurant, there's a homeless guy on the ground out there. You guys just hand him a couple of seizure docs. Hey, that cup looks like a machine gun to us. So here's a seizure doc. We're gonna take that, we're gonna analyze it, and you'll get it back in 6 months, maybe. Is that how this goes? So then Mr. Marcello asks him if they had body cams. And this is his response.
Okay.
Do they have like body cams and all that stuff, all of them?
I don't believe so.
Oh my God.
So ATF here does not have body cams yet. Now, if there was another agency on the scene, they might have. Like for example, we work a lot with MPD or with the gang unit.
Okay, let me get this right. You know what, let me look something up really quick. The annual budget for the ATF is $1.5 billion. It may be more this year. This is in 2021. You're telling me that you do not have the budget to wear body cams? Or is the reason why you don't wear them for something else? Maybe it's because 99% of you, and that's being nice, do this stupid shit. Prey on Americans. You saying, oh, they don't have them yet. Like the technology was just developed yesterday is the biggest joke in the world. You've got them. You have access to them. You not wearing them or utilizing them is a totally different scenario. So maybe next time you explain this to someone who you're trying to fuck over, you can say that.
We weren't there for you, my understanding is. We don't even know who you are. He just happened to be standing, I guess, this far away whenever we showed up to arrest him for an arrest warrant. Okay? That's the extent of that. You're not all of a sudden a defendant in whatever he's doing or anything like that.
Okay. Wow, this just gets even worse. If you weren't here for them, why did you seize his guns? All of them were legal. I'm sure you guys did a check on him. I mean, honestly, how can you try to sell this to this guy? This is like police going to arrest a murder suspect at a house. They got a description of him. He's in a red hoodie, some black pants, and there's 2 women in the house too. They can't find the guy, so they just arrest the 2 women because they were there. They had nothing to do with it, but they still arrested them. This is outrageous. And the fact that they're actually saying this out loud, trying to somehow rationalize it in their heads, this is a perfect example of how they operate.
I think it just happened to be an unlucky situation where in the 30 seconds that our guys were rolling up, you happen to be meeting this.
If law enforcement is doing their job correctly, you're not unluckily getting your guns seized that are legal. You're not unluckily having to sit through a bullshit conversation with the ATF. I mean, serious, is this a real conversation?
It has nothing to do with him whatsoever. You will never be added to his case. You're not going to be lumped into some category that he's in. It has nothing to do with him whatsoever.
Okay, you raised up a couple of red flags since we're going to use your terminology here. Clearly they were there for someone else. They had a warrant and they were going to arrest someone, and unfortunately, maybe they're just this stupid. They went after this guy instead, maybe because the guy wasn't there and they needed something to take back to their boss. What do you mean when you said lumped into some category? What kind of categories do you have over at the ATF for gun owners? Oh, I forgot. Y'all don't have categories. You've got one category, and it's anyone who owns a gun, they're on our radar.
As of this time, you're not charged with anything.
Right.
Okay?
As of this time, you were not charged with anything. So if he's done nothing wrong, if he was just in the wrong place at the wrong time, if you can even really sell that to anyone, if you guys made the mistake, how is there even a possibility of him being charged with anything? All of these agents should be investigated. I hope this dude sues you for millions of dollars for this.
Like I said, she's not here, or she would be standing here to answer your questions because we're stand-up people.
Oh, you're stand-up people.
I want you to have all the information I have. Like, there's no tricks, there's nothing on my sleeve, okay? I'm just trying to be honest with you.
Okay, there are tricks. Look at this entire situation. How is there not tricks? So then he goes on to talk about the supervisor. He's contacted her several times since this has happened. And you know what she's done? She has told him that he is not charged of anything yet, But if he continues to blow up her phone to get his stuff back, there may be charges.
I will encourage Stacy to try to stay in the loop with you so you don't have this anxiety like of the fear of the unknown kind of thing, like what's happening behind the curtain.
Nobody even gave us the information on how to get here. Like, we had to find that out through people he knew.
Okay.
Okay, good. All right, let me get this right. This dude's at the wrong place at the wrong time. Completely innocent. Did nothing wrong. You guys were there for someone else. This guy got the shit end of the stick because you guys pretty much do whatever you want. You're lawless. You say he's not being charged with anything. You say that he's good. So unfortunately, Mr. Marcello did not ask this question during this conversation that was on video, or at least we don't know. But with everything these ATF agents are saying, you did nothing wrong. Okay, perfect. So then fuck your seizure documents and give me my stuff back. If he's done nothing wrong and it was purely he's just in the wrong place at the wrong time, you guys should be bringing in his guns on silver platters saying, geez, sir, we are so sorry, man. This is really messed up. We do not pride ourselves on screwing over law-abiding Americans. But of course, that's a lie. So of course you didn't do that.